introduction of literacy.
What is literacy? Literacy typically refers to reading and writing skills. Early literacy is all the information about reading and writing that children know before they can read or write. These early literacy skills can be nurtured by parents when children are between the age of 2 to 5 years old. Early literacy skills that are developed during the early years of a child's life can help them become successful later on in school. For example, 4-year-old Russian girl speaks 7 languages, which is Russian, English, Spanish, French, German, Mandarin, and Arabic. So, what I want to talk about is to develop language and early literacy skills must be started in early childhood. It is because children, especially in the early years, are like little sponge, absorbing all the information around them and then actively making sense of it. Next, preschool and childcare curriculum in language literacy. Okay, for the preschool curriculum, there are consists of 4 languages: Malay, English, Chinese, and Tamil. Okay. Next, the learning experience will enable people to listen and respond using appropriate verbal and non-verbal responses. Second, communicate using simple sentences with manners. Third, read and understand simple sentences. Fourth, write words and phrases. In this preschool curriculum, the children learn about listening, writing, reading, and speaking skills. These 4 skills are important to children to develop their language skills and early literacy for their next learning. Okay, for the childcare curriculum, language is an important aspect in order to build social and intellectual skills of children. In view of Vygotsky, language is tool for thinking. Language proficiency allows children to think faster than other children at the same age. Okay. Objective language literacy in childcare curriculum is to build the ability to speak, question and answer, early reading, early writing, and cultivate a love of reading as a first step towards cultivating knowledge in children. And last, using childcare curriculum using 2 languages, Malay and English.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Good morning to our lecturer and my fellow friend. Okay, I would like to continue about curriculum content in literacy for 0 until 1 years old. That curriculum that we use for this stage is Permata. Okay, as we know, Permata curriculum encourage educator or pendidik like us to always interact with babies and children in the correct and complete language, which is a language that we use for their stage. Many activities that can we make to build communication skill, language, and early literacy, like reading, singing, playing, and others. Okay, for this one, we continue to divide into 2 stages, and the first stage is for the children who are 0 until 6 months. Okay, what they can do in this stage for literacy? Okay, the first one, they can produce sound like and for communication. Okay, second one, They also can make noise letters such as M or B. Okay, that's one. They can combine sound and join the vowel and consonant like ba 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 or da 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 and others. Okay, we go to the second stage, which is 6 until 12 months. The first one, children can make a noise syllables when happy. Syllables in Malay is suku kata. Okay, the second one, they can understand when it said no, can, and so on. Okay, that one, children always screaming to pull attention for parents. And the fourth one, they can shake the sign no and know that when the yes high. Okay, the fifth one, they can follow and repeat the sound that they like to hear. And the sixth one, they like to repeat sounds which is heard many times like mama ma or neneng and others. Okay. For the literacy, what learning outcome in 0 until 1 years old? Okay, the first one is children can produce a variety of sounds, babbling, cooing, and pronounce simple words such as chu. Chu is referred to susu or milk. Okay, I'm sorry. Like the other one, boo. Boo is referred to mother. And ma is referred to mama, pa is referred to pa, and others. Okay, the second one, children also can combine the syllables like da, itu, da, da, da. Okay, and the third one, they can note and shake the say and to say to yes or no. And the fourth one, they like to imitate the sound that they always heard from their parents. Okay, what can I include from this one is when we look at the curriculum, we can see this curriculum provides a very complete guide for parents or educators in literacy. So, parents and educators can refer to see children's progress in literacy. In case there are problems in literacy, parents and educators can track for other action.
Hi everyone, I am Nurul Ashikin binti Khalilur Rahman and will be presenting the continuation age of 2 until 3 years old. First of all, as we all know, early literacy is also included as one of the important aspects in National Curriculum Philosophy of Permata. As educators and also parents, we need to know that early literacy is crucial in order to enhance the development of children's communication and also their knowledge in mastering their learning to know the alphabets, spell, and read the words from time to time. Certainly, it is also an observed journey of learning for us to know their potential and improvement day by day. There are several languages that can be used in communication for children. For example, Bahasa Melayu and also Bahasa Inggeris. There are learning outcomes for this age 2 until 3 years old. First, communicate using short sentences and already have 200 until 300 vocabulary. Second, use the words, for example, no or tak, verbs and also nouns. Third, understand simple instructions and rules. Fourth, master the skills of asking and remembering messages or stories. Fifth, recognize letters and alphabets and can pronounce fluently. Sixth, reading and storytelling. Let's move on to the stage of development for this age phase. First of all, children can say 5 to 6 broken words like letak barang mainan or ambil biskut ini. Second, they can also understand up to 50 words. Third, they can also understand and can obey instructions or simple rules. Fourth, they can also interested in chatting and know how to follow the turn to speak in conversation. Feet, they can also start expressing desire to use certain words with body movement. Apart from that, children, when they are asked, they can point to something they are used to them. Then, they can also using language signals like pointing with a finger or attract something with a purpose interest. Next, they can also try to join as well as singing when listen to music. And lastly, they can also love to hear stories and flipping through books as if reading. So, in Curriculum Permata, playing activities are highlighted as one of the activities that can be used to teach the children about early literacy. There are also examples of activities that can be done to improve the children's literacy. For example, they can do role play activities, they can also do show and tell activities, they can also do storytelling, communication activity like please tell us your favorite animal, and they can also watching videos to increase their world of words. So as the conclusion, early literacy is also important in order to develop the children's communication skills. So as educators and parents, please bear in our mind that children need to develop their vocabulary and also widen their knowledge of words so that they can have better improvement in communicating with others. Thank you.
Okay, next is for 4 plus and 5 plus children curriculum content in the language literacy in preschool, which they are different from curriculum permata because they use national preschool standard curriculum as a guide. So all the information that I will discuss this time is based on national preschool standard curriculum 2017. Okay, sekarang. Okay, for the communication strength, there has 4 types of language, which is these 4 is the main language for the communication strength, which is Bahasa Melayu, Bahasa Inggeris, Bahasa Tamil and Bahasa Cina. These all these 4 bahasa will use depends on the kindergarten. Some kindergarten will use Bahasa Melayu and Bahasa Inggeris, some kindergarten will use Bahasa Tamil and Bahasa Inggeris, or some kindergarten will use Bahasa Cina and Bahasa Inggeris, depends on the kindergarten. And next is all these 4 language actually emphasis on speaking, listening, writing and reading. Also these 4 skills are important to develop oral communication for children and basic literacy for children in their next learning. And today I will talk about 2 bahasa only, which is Bahasa Melayu and Bahasa Inggeris. Okay, for the Bahasa Melayu, this learning experience will enable children to communicate and convey ideas, read and understand simple sentence or write simple word, phrase and sentence. Okay, for the Bahasa Inggeris, it will enable children to listen and respond using verbal and non-verbal response. Next is they can make the children communicate using simple sentence with manners and make the children read and understand simple sentence. And also they can make the children write words and phrase better. Okay, as what you can see from this slide, this is Bahasa Melayu and Bahasa Inggeris, the main language that I will discuss today. I will not discuss 4 of them. I just pick 2 that is normally and regularly used in the kindergarten, especially the government kindergarten, which is all these 4 actually come out with the same skill, which is listening and speaking, reading and writing. Okay, why listening and speaking can be together because they are because when the children need to listen. After listen, if we want to know what they listen for, the child will speak it out. So listening and speaking, because listening and speaking skills are suitable to be together, and for reading and writing, it will divide separately according to their own needs. Okay. I will not go through all the content standard, but if you see by your own self from this national preschool standard curriculum, they will divide the content standard according to the age. Like 4+ will have their own content standard, and 5+ also have their own content standard that we can make it as a guide for our lesson plan later. Okay, for the listening and speaking skills. Listening and speaking skills, the teacher can come up with the activity that make the children listen and respond to the various sound. Like if today the teacher want to teach land transportation, the teacher can make the activity sound of the land transportation that make the children listen, and they will respond with speak it. For the reading skills, maybe the teacher can do an activity that make the children recognize the letter or the alphabet. And for the writing skill, the basic one, the teacher can teach the children to write their own names. Okay, actually these two bahasa come up with the like a little bit same content, but not all same. It still have a difference from it, but the difference is for Bahasa Melayu we will teach in Bahasa Melayu, and Bahasa Inggeris we will teach in Bahasa Inggeris, but the content is still but the content and the skill is still the same, which is listening, speaking, reading and writing. So for the conclusion, curriculum content in the language literacy is emphasis on listening, speaking, reading and writing. So if the teacher want to make or teach about literacy, the teacher can relate to these 4 items and can use national preschool standard curriculum as a guide, and also don't forget to come up with the creative ideas and activity to teach for children. Okay, bye.
In conclusion, language literacy is important to children, especially at the age of 4 to 5, in terms of communication, provides an advantage to communicate well between friends, parent and teacher in particular. In addition, it is through language literacy that is plays a role, especially on the personality aspect of an early age of children, should be emphasized on the importance of language. This is because through the importance of language, this will form a noble personality, and this in turn makes the child will use polite and correct language when they speak. This is why language literacy is important for preschool and childcare curriculum.